This is KGW News at noon.
Welcome to KGW News at noon. I'm Christine Pitawanich. Today we begin with a developing story out of Clark County. 4 people are recovering after a knife attack at a casino in La Center. The Clark County Sheriff's Office says a man identified as Scott Harmier from Vancouver was sitting at a poker table at the Last Frontier Casino last night when they say he reached for a hunting knife and began stabbing the man seated next to him. Deputies say Harmier then attacked others at the table and chased another man out to the parking lot and stabbed him as well. Other people in the casino tried to stop him, but deputies say he was able to drive away. Deputies then chased him from I-205 onto Northeast Patton Parkway. That's where he was stopped and arrested. All 4 of the people who were stabbed are expected to survive that attack. And classes are canceled at Cleveland High School in Southeast Portland today after a 16-year-old student was shot outside the school yesterday. This is the 3rd shooting outside of a Portland high school in the last 3 months. Monday's shooting happened around 12:30 p.m. and the school immediately went into lockdown. That 16-year-old who was shot walked into a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Counselors and a student support team are all at school today to try to connect with students who want to talk about what happened. And former Washington State football coach Mike Leach has died at the age of 61. He was hospitalized over the weekend but died due to complications from a heart condition. Leach was the head coach at Wazoo from 2012 to 2019, where he led the program to 55 wins. He headed up the historic 2018 season as well, which saw Pullman's first college game day and Alamo Bowl victory. Leach was the head coach at Mississippi State before he died. In 21 years as a head coach, Leach amassed 158 wins, with 14 seasons of his team being in the AP Top 25. Leach's family says he donated his organs as his final act of charity. And right now, a Harney County judge is hearing arguments about Measure 114. He's already ruled today that he's going to keep the gun permit process on pause. That is, until the state creates a system for those background checks. A group called Gun Owners of America is challenging the voter-backed measure, claiming the law violates Oregon's constitution. We're still waiting for a decision about the ban on magazines that hold more than 10 rounds. Right now, the hearing is on a break and will continue into the afternoon. Our Blair Best is covering the hearing today. She'll have the very latest on KGW News this afternoon, starting at 4 o'clock. And today, the Clark County Elections Office is starting a machine recount of Washington's 3rd congressional district race. Republican candidate Joe Kent requested the recount after losing the race to Democrat Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez. The Secretary of State's office reported Gluesenkamp-Perez won by 2,600 votes, which is not enough to trigger an automatic recount, so Kent's campaign has to pay for it. The recount will affect all 7 counties that make up the 3rd congressional district. Each county will have to get the process going in the coming days, starting with Clark County today. Also, this will be some pretty disappointing news for a lot of local moviegoers. After a devastating fire, the owner of the Roseway Theater said it will not be reopening. You may remember back in August there was a fire that destroyed the theater on Northeast Sandy Boulevard and 72nd Avenue. Owner Greg Wood said it would just cost too much money to rebuild. He plans to give the marquee to a museum in the Dalles and give some of the stained glass to the Hollywood Theater. Our Daisy Caballero in for Rod today. Daisy, what's it looking like out there?
Well, Christine, we are finally starting to see a little bit of that fog kind of fade away as we're looking at Portland right now. 36 degrees, calm winds. Now, this is what we were expecting to see, for this fog to kind of fade away right around now or within the next hour or so. And as you can see here, clear skies for the most part. We are seeing some high clouds starting to push through along our coast, but for the most part, we should potentially say hello to that sun just a few times for some in our region. Temperatures right now, we're looking at those 30s. I did see some 20s and some teens as we're looking in Central Oregon near Bend, also down in Burns. 19 degrees is what they're dealing with right now. Look at the coast though. We're looking at those mid to lower 40s. North Bend right around 45 degrees. This is your day at a glance. A little bit later in the afternoon, right around 4, we'll be at 40 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies, again, is what we're expecting to see. But we'll talk more about that 7-day forecast coming up.
Okay, thank you, Daisy. Oregon Governor-elect, Tina Kotek made her first formal address at Oregon's Leadership Summit yesterday. She was the summit's keynote speaker and focused on what she plans to do once in office. Kotek talked about beefing up accountability and oversight of state government and encouraging more partnerships with the private sector. She also outlined her biggest priorities for the state. They include making schools and kids successful, as well as access to mental health and addiction treatment. But she says the number one issue she'll be going after is housing and homelessness.
Our entire state benefits when Portland is healthy and economically thriving. The metro region is facing serious challenges, and I will not be hands-off while local families and businesses struggle. As governor, I will make sure that we are communicating, collaborating, and getting real about solutions that will make Portlanders proud.
Governor-elect Kotek will be sworn in January 9th. Happening today, a closed meeting with city officials is planned on Mayor Ted Wheeler's 90-day reset plan to combat homelessness on Portland's Central East Side. It includes more police patrols and more sweeps of unsanctioned camps in the area. Meanwhile, more changes are coming for those who live on the streets in that neighborhood. Some stores there have stopped accepting cans and bottles. Many homeless people rely on returning those as their only source of income. The businesses say they're facing a lot of safety concerns, but those who collect the cans say they're being discriminated against. Our Blair Best has the story.
It's almost like a drill.
I make more money an hour than most people do in pretty good jobs.
One Larry Smith has down to a science.
Well, I go out and get the cans at night. Usually about 4 or 5 hours it took us to get these right here.
He's a military vet and lives in transitional housing. Canning, for him, is a full-time job.
Approximately $300 worth.
What do you use that $300 on?
First, I start every day at $110 in the hole because that's how much my hotel bill is. My girlfriend has cancer right now, so I'm working with that as well. We use it for food. We use it for cigarettes because we smoke. We have habits too, just like everybody else. And we use it for gas, my car, my truck.
For many like Larry, the People's Depot under the Morrison Bridge is the only reliable place to return bottles as of late, since nearby stores in Portland's Central East Side district are either limiting bottle return services or no longer accepting them.
I think they discriminate against people. Like Safeway and Fred Meyer's, they shut down totally. They can only give you $2.40. I used to take all my cans to Safeway.
I don't like dealing with the stores. It's always hit and miss.
Market of Choice here off Southeast Belmont is one of the places no longer accepting returnables. Now, those working inside wouldn't go on camera, but tell us that homeless people returning bottles have assaulted their staff, and they've had to call police numerous times.
A lot of these folks out here, they don't know how to react with words. They only know one way to react, and that is by violence.
Refusing to accept returnables goes against Oregon law. According to the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission, businesses could face daily fines up to $500. Those at Market of Choice are aware of the penalties and are trying to find a way to both comply and keep their staff safe.
I don't understand what the safety concerns are. Like we've been under here for close to 3 years, so we've never had the cops come here. We've never had any major fights break out.
For those at People's Depot, they'll continue to provide the lifeline many homeless people rely on, one can at a time.
Everyone is very respectful, if you can't tell. Everyone tends to respect what we do, and we're become a pillar in the community.
In Central East Side, Blair Best, KGW News.